What's up, kids? Figured I'd try to make a video for the week, even though today it's not the end of the week, it's the beginning of the week. This last week, today is Monday the 23rd. I didn't have a chance to make a video last week. One, I was just too tired on Saturday and Sunday. And last week I had, we all got sick. So first it was London. First you got sick. Then after London it was Jess. So that was last Saturday. London started getting sick, and then Sunday Jess was sick. So I was taking care of you guys on Saturday, on Sunday, Monday. Tuesday just straight knocked me out. Or Tuesday I think I worked actually. But I was still bouncing back and forth, helping you guys out. Wednesday, it just took me out. Reagan started getting sick on Thursday, kind of like Wednesday night. Thursday started getting sick. Friday started to feel a little bit better, and then Saturday was back to 100%. London, you were back to 100%. And then by some miracle, Charlie didn't get it till the very weekend. So Charlie wound up getting sick. So it was just back to back. Everybody just getting sick, and we all had COVID basically. And then Sunday night, I was just so tired. I just fell out. It was like 8:30 or something, maybe 9. Went to sleep, and then last night I woke up at midnight, and then after midnight I woke up again at 5, and I was like, alright, let's get going with the day. So it seems like my body's back to normal. I had a little bit of sniffles yesterday, but feel fine today. So that's kind of just a quick recap on why I didn't do any videos on Sunday. I was just so tired. Last week, didn't get to call you, Nick, this week. Kind of just texted back and forth. Booked our flight. So Charlie and I are going to have a flight on the 17th to the 20th. So we're going to spend 3 days in Oklahoma City hanging out with you, Nick. Hopefully that's going to be fun. I figured we'd be traveling back from wherever I get this Airbnb to downtown or different museums or whatever you guys want to do. I figured we'd be doing that most of the weekend. So I rented a Porsche just to be fancy. They got a nice car. So that was cool. I haven't found an Airbnb yet, but now that I know you're staying with us, Nick, I'll get a 3-bedroom one, so that way you can at least have your own room, and Charlie has her own room, and I have my own room, so that'll be cool. But yeah, I think that'll be fun once we go. I think maybe on that video, maybe I'll tell you guys what I've been doing, making these videos. I'll bring the camera. I'll bring the tripod and stuff, just so that way I can record while I'm there too. It's ultimately, maybe I won't tell you guys. I don't know. I'll think about it. Maybe I'll tell you, but I won't record while I'm there, so it'll be a longer video during that time with more notes on stuff that we did. It's kind of recap stuff. We'll see. But yeah, this week, kind of what happened this week, I got COVID. That sucked. We had to cancel our Tennessee trip, which sucked because we really wanted to go to Tennessee, try to hang out in the mountains and stuff with the girls. Charlie, this was your weekend with your mom, so you wouldn't have gone, but wanted to try to plan out, head up there and hang out for I think it was 4 days. We were going to hang out up there, go to museums and stuff, so we'll do it another day. Just sucks that we weren't able to go. And then, what else? We were going to go, but obviously COVID hit, so didn't do that. Luckily, we were able to get full reimbursement because we got that Chase card that gives us trip protection, so that was cool. We didn't lose any money on the trip, at least. What else? Last week, for Grandma and Grandpa, their, their main TV broke or whatever. So Jess and I, for Christmas, it's October 23rd. We got them a new TV, so we bought them a new TV. I went and set it up for Grandma and Grandpa. So that was cool. At least they got an opportunity to have a new TV and not have to worry about that for the next several years. 'Cause it's a nice little Samsung TV for them. So I got to hang out with them for a little bit, and then they were concerned because obviously the war with Israel and Hamas is picking up and getting more intense. So who knows what's gonna happen there? It's gonna suck. Um, yeah, I have no idea what's gonna happen there. So we'll see. It's a concern because, again, I don't know where they're going to station you, Nick. You could be stationed in Turkey, you might be stationed in Poland. Both of them are next to where war is happening. If war breaks out with Hamas and Israel gets involved with Lebanon and Palestine, with Hezbollah, and Iran gets involved, it could become a regional conflict, could go into a full-scale world war. I mean, it's just concerning. So, hopefully when I get there in November, I'll be able to take you out to the range. Maybe we'll run a gun or something, and so you could train to shoot a little bit. I'll take Charlie with us, and we'll do some training out there. But I really want you training guns, just to be ready, man. Like, you just don't know what's gonna happen. That's my biggest fear. Like, you just don't know what the hell is gonna happen. So we'll see. Get an opportunity to go out there here soon. Lessons for the week. So came across this interesting set of words that I thought was interesting. I think oftentimes, I know these videos obviously are me talking to you guys into, I guess, what for me would be the future. But one thing to note is, like I think I mentioned this in previous videos, like I'm going down a bit of a different path called Stoicism. So I'm trying to be a lot more calm in my behavior, think more, act less. What is it? Think fast, act slow, or I guess you could say that sort of is think fast, act slow. So kind of process things a little bit more, not work things out of emotion. One thing that definitely, Nick, you need to work on. Charlie, you too sometimes. But stay calm in situations and stuff. So what I came across was 5 times to be quiet, which I think are important. When someone is trying to express their feelings, just be quiet. I think oftentimes, especially if you're a guy and a woman's trying to express their feelings, because women just want to express their feelings, and guys, we operate on logic and reasoning a lot more often than we do on our feelings. We choose to interject. So for us, just one thing to learn, Nick, and future grandsons, I guess, is just be quiet, right? Just sit back, be quiet, let them express their feelings, and wait for an opportunity to actually speak. There's no point in interjecting. And then for women too, women tend to be all chatty and kind of try to talk over each other and stuff. Just for the girls, just sit back, listen, be empathetic, and just listen to what they have to say. Don't necessarily just jump into the conversation very quickly. Another time to be quiet. When everyone's talking over each other, just be quiet. When people are just talking over each other and they're not listening to each other or whatever, just be quiet. Just sit back, relax, sit, listen to both sides. It's one thing that I've learned for sure in the last couple of years is when people are talking over each other, just sit back and be quiet. You'll quickly realize who are the folks that choose don't choose their words carefully, and just speak out of raw emotion. And when you do that, they tell you things. Just like late last year, I learned things about my sisters and my mom, that and my brother-in-laws, that I really noticed are wedges between us. That I've noticed before. When you have family, sometimes you kind of suppress them, but I just don't do that anymore. So when people are talking over each other, just be quiet. They'll show you who they are. When someone won't let you finish, this is a good one. They probably don't want to listen anyway, so just be quiet. When all they do is they interject, and they interject, and they interject, they jump into when you're trying to say something, just sit back and be quiet. Just ask, are you going to let me finish, or did you want to just say your part? Just tell them. And if they don't, and if they want to just keep talking, just let them talk. Ask again, but don't ask more than twice. That's it. If you ask twice, are you going to let me finish? Have them interject, let them talk. Are you gonna let me talk now? Great. That's the second time. But if they interject on you again and talk over you again, just stop the conversation. Say, you know what? This isn't gonna happen. Like we're not getting through to each other. You refuse to be quiet when I'm talking, so I think this conversation's over. I think that's totally fine. Just be quiet. No longer speaking. So learn that. That person doesn't want to listen anyway. When you're searching for an answer within yourself, I think that's important. And what I mean by that is not necessarily that, like talk out loud or whatever. Like if you're in a room just like I am all by yourself and talk out loud, fine. But what I mean is, sometimes, and I'm guilty of this, sometimes when you're searching for an answer, you might have someone else that you want to explore that answer with. And the only person that I would tell you to truly trust, or you should trust, is hopefully your spouse, that you can trust with that. If you can't trust your spouse, then they shouldn't be your spouse. But I should be the only person you should be able to trust with having a conversation, and trying to search for an answer, is your spouse. Because hopefully you're working together as a team, just like Jess and I do. And I trust her wholeheartedly that she wouldn't do anything that would harm me or you kids, any one of you four. So hopefully that's what you guys have at this point in your lives, or later on in your lives, where you can trust someone, and they won't try to use it against you, because I think that's important, even if like you're in a fight. So try not to search for answers by talking it out with other individuals. I'm still learning that. Sometimes I open up too much to people, and it comes back and bites me in the ass, because not everybody is trustworthy of your words. So remember that. And then final lesson is, when you're experiencing something beautiful, just sit back, be quiet, let it in, shut up, and be quiet. I think of this. I think of, for example, our trip that we made to Montana. I thought that was just a beautiful trip, and there was several times that I just sat there and I just took it all in. Like I can still remember the mountains in front of us when we were in that teepee hotel. I can still remember the horseback riding and looking down on the hills and stuff, and like just how beautiful it was there. I can still remember the Grand Canyon, and coming up on the Grand Canyon and just being quiet and just listening to the wind, and just looking and just being in awe. That was cool. So yeah, those are moments that you just want to just be quiet. Just don't say anything. Take it in. Yeah, those are my lessons for the week. That's my recap of I guess last week, since today's Monday. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Another video down. Alright, love you kids. Bye.